at the very and then he also made us. He also did a high school sleepover thing where they have high school kids like come over to sleep over in the dorms for a day while they toured the area, right?
Okay.
And he signed us up for that. He never told us about it, right? And when the time came, he wasn't there, and he had to get the people from the front desk to tell us that he signed us up for it because they needed our signatures.
Wow. Sounds like a real piece of work.
Yeah. So I don't know what the hell he was doing. He was just all around. I don't know what he's doing. I just don't know what people are. It was really something. I just have no words. I have a lot of words, they're not good ones though.
It wasn't really as bad in my case, because the only really problems we had were with one guy who lived near the RA. He's loud as fuck.
Ugh.
Like, when he plays a game, he gets real salty.
That's fun.
And when he gets real salty, he gets real loud. And even when his door is closed, I can still hear him yelling from my room, which is a couple rooms down.
Get to Ned!
Probably something along the lines of that.
Alright.
Usually screaming things like, come on, or god damn it, or why are you attacking me?
Come on! Oh, he's probably playing Overwatch.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Overwatch makes...
Kind of reminds me of Scar, but if Scar actually didn't have any inhibitions whatsoever.
Oh, so he... Did he say racist things?
Probably not racist things.
Alright.
But then again, I don't know. Because I'm trying to tune out him.
True. What the heck? I didn't do that jump.
Well, it apparently did.
Whatever. I'm okay with this. And then my other roommates. Oh, you go. You go first. You go first.
Me?
Yeah.
Like, what I meant by he reminds me of Scar, but if he had no inhibitions, but, like, you know when he gets angry, and, like, he starts wondering, like, why we're all attacking him and such?
Yeah, that's sometimes...
That's what he was yelling on about a lot.
Fun.
And, like, in my mind, I just want to tell him, it's like, it's 'cause you suck!
Nah! Come on, you could have done that!
I kind of don't, though, because, you know, he's in some of my classes, and I'd rather not make enemies out of everyone I come in contact with.
Well, the thing about college and classes is that no one does, you know... No one's, like... I don't think anyone holds grudges to classes in college.
I don't know. There's probably some cases.
Who knows? Some people are weird. I'll agree with you on that. Some people are indeed weird. Wowie time. But yeah, my other roommate, fresh off the boat Asian, could like very choppy English, but that's to be expected of these type of people, right? But he did a lot of other stuff, like he would always be on his phone when he was at home, right? At the dorm, right? In the room, right? All the time on his phone, playing phone games, right? And he always has it at max volume. So you can always hear the shitty music coming out of it. Chinese pot is awful, by the way. Don't ever.
I mean, like, I always have headphones on so I don't distract others.
Yeah, he has headphones, he only uses it for his laptop, though. When he's on his phone, max volume, all the time. Tell him to shut the fuck up, he lowers it 2 ticks. He does not care at all. Like,
wow.
He also has the bottom bed, so basically that's basically roommate agreement for you are the guy who is going to answer the door almost all the time. right? Never fucking answers the door. He could like if he had headphones, probably excusable. He didn't have headphones. If he does, he doesn't have headphones to ignore. He doesn't need to have headphones to ignore the door. He just always ignored the door when people were knocking.
Wow.
Mhm. And he's the closest one too that says like, you know, come on. There's also this one time because he had his phone volume auto max, right? He decided to look at some porn. And then because his phone is at max volume, all of a sudden I just hear all of this moaning, and I'm like, I want to die! And I'm like, I am not okay with this! My poor virgin ears are trying.
Good God!
And he you can tell it's not kosher. You can tell it's something not kosher because he immediately starts lowering the volume. And it was like, oh, I am dealing. This is a person I deal with in the real life and not in the video games. I'm gonna test something. Okay, so it's not here. He made life miserable.
Sounds it.
And to make matters worse, just because I'm in the mood to start hating on people, he was also undeclared. And even though there shouldn't be a stigma for undeclared people, fuck undeclared people. Just because of him. For all the undeclared people who I get to hate, you can blame that kid. not this kid, that kid.
Wait, which kid?
Kid.
Me?
No, you're kidding me. Hopefully this is the right place.
And that's what I get for choosing Kid as a name. Although I also get various versions of Mr. That Kid from like people in the Discord I'm in.
Really? Oh, I found it! I found it!
I mean, Mr. Kid seems to be one name I've been given.
What is your Discord name anyway?
It's just Mr. That Kid.
Mr. That Kid? No 4?
Because no one had taken Mr. That Kid.
Alright.
I hope I only really used the 4 if someone's taken regular Mr. That Kid.
I thought we established that your name was just 4. just the 4.
Nah, that's my lucky number. I have an unlucky number as my lucky number.
Yes.
Which is why my luck fluctuates between -10 and 255.
Of course. Anyway, on my Discord name is usually randomly blah 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 blah. And the thing I hate about Discord is that there's a 32 character limit. So I'm like, I want to have this name, but I'm too good with the vocabularies. So I'm at war with the 32 word limit. Basically.
I mean, I've seen some silly things happen with like the nickname function. Like people using doing some UTF-8 abuse.
Nice. Nice.
It gets real silly.
Nice. I completed this game so far.
And like, let's say someone becomes person.extension. And then everyone else starts becoming person.extension.
Person.extension, exe.
Or everyone becomes a certain person's name. It's like suddenly everyone around you is now Taranuke.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. Or there were like 4 different apocalypses on our server. Where like one of them, everyone was the name of the server owner. Everyone was the name of the bots. Everyone was the name everyone had a pizza icon at the end of their name. Oh, that was not good. Oh. I guess I'm doing this.
I guess.
Oh, so yeah, my roommates sucked. Let's see, what other roommate stories did I have? Oh, there's this one time where a couple seniors came over, right? Because it was their old room, so like, oh, this is our old room, we want to have memory, we want to relive our memories, right? So they knocked on the door. Oh, I got a second hit, nice.
Nice.
So they knocked on the door, right?
Yeah.
And like, fuck. They knocked on the door, right? My roommate ignored them because fuck him, right? So I had to climb out of my bed, right? Because I always work on the bed, bad habit of mine, but it's my habit, so I don't care what y'all say. But so I invite them to the room. They're like, oh hey, this used to be our room, right? Like, oh, and I'm like, oh, okay, oh yeah, come on in, you can relive your memories, right? And so they just come in, they browse instead of like say, how you doing, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm doing fine, I'm just doing dandy, and then after they leave to go to visit another person's room, right? My roommate, being the asshole he is, just goes, oh, so what were they here for? And I'm like, oh, weren't you listening at all? Ever? They said they wanted to visit their old room. I missed it. Fucked it up. Oh, goddamn. How do we defeat this quickly? I guess that's how to do it.
Like that.
So why don't you try to do the non-earthquake run, since this is the game that we're playing?
Non-earthquake run.
Non-earthquake run.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it just means you just don't have to. You have to jump when he lowers his head. When steam's coming out of his nose, basically. That's all you have to do. Anyway, my roommate's an asshole. My other roommate's also an asshole. Housing was also a fuck. This is the second time I've been dicked over by housing. Last year, I wanted to go to a different dorm, right? But they put me into room retention because they're fucking assholes and don't know how to organize. This year, right? I signed up for an apartment, okay? Right? I signed up for an apartment. I get the apartment space. Okay, okie dory, right? And then one of my friends, he comes over and is like, "Oh, hey, you know both my roommates in my apartment, both of them are transferring out. One of them is going into another room, and the other one's going to UCLA. So I'm trying to find some guys that I know that I can room with, right?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. I'll switch from my room into your room, right?" So we do that. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just give you my info, and then we can make the room request change together, right?
Yeah.
And so I make the room request change, right? I put in all the fucking info like a good boy. I do all the homework, right? And the guy was like, and then I get the email, and then I get an email saying, nope! Right? And I'm like, what do you mean no? So I call them, right? And I'm like, hey, I want to get into this room. Can I get into this room that I applied for? Because the other two people are transferring out, and then they call me like, oh, it doesn't say they're transferring out. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I called my friend, right? Or I text my friend this, right? And he's like, oh, that's weird. Let me check if they actually cancel. Let me talk to them and see if they cancel, right? And then it's like, okay, it's me again. They actually did cancel. Oh, they actually canceled, huh? And I'm like, then what the fuck are they doing? Right? And so it's just we're getting really frustrated at this point, and then we call them again saying, yo, these two people, they're actually they're actually moving out. Like, they said so. This guy's going to a fucking different college. Can you give us this room? And they're like, none of my business. And I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
What the actual fuck? Like, this is the only number that you can call to call housing. for apartments. Yes, it is your motherfucking business! Because we have a problem right now, and we want you to help us fix that problem. And you're just gonna say it's none of your business. By that point, like, both of us were just so pissed off, we just ended the phone call. Like, we just didn't want to deal with it. So we just reapplied for apartment changes, see if something different will happen this time. Basically, we don't know though. So I'm just really upset about that.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Oh no, I took Upper Deuce last quarter for the first time. I really enjoyed it. What about you?
Oh, I went through data structs and Unix. Those were pretty fun.
I went through computer architecture. That was a really fun class. Do you know anything about processors?
Yeah, I think I had to go through computer architecture.
Yeah, that was a really fun class. Jump. Don't forget to jump again. Oh, nice. Jump.
God damn it.
This is more than more.
More than more. Man.
This is probably the last thing we do before somebody's running out of time. But anyway, that was really fun. I really liked that class. The professors were really nice. Fuck! I need to tell you that story. Yes. So basically, for a computer architecture class, right? We have homework for 1 week, right? And then a lab. We have 10 weeks per quarter, right? And the way that this class was set up was that on odd number of weeks, a homework is due on Friday, and on even number of weeks, a lab is due on Friday, right?
Okay.
So that was the plan, right? Homework and lab were usually announced at the same time, right? So yeah, 2 weeks for a lab and 1 week for homework. Fairly like understandable at least, right? And then we had a midterm right? It was on Wednesday, so everyone did the midterm, right? And then everyone on Piazza. Do you know what Piazza is? Piazza. It's basically like a school forum, basically. Online school forum, where you can post like questions about lab and homework and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, that doesn't sound familiar to me.
All right, whatever. Just think, I don't know what to think. Game facts? Who knows? Whatever. It's a thing that you can use, right?
Okay.
And there was a bunch of posts, and there was a bunch of posts being like, oh, can we get an extension on the lab because there was a lab due that week that we had the final, right? And like so a bunch of students were asking, is there going to be an extension on the lab because we just took a final, right? And so the professor, being the god that he is, said no, right? He just said no. And then one of the students was like, "Oh, okay. Enjoy your bad teacher reviews by the end of the year."
Wow.
And I was like, "Are you serious, dude?" Because I heard about intolerant students before, but this is my first time encountering them in real life.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Watch out for headbutts, just in case. I mean, you should be fine. We never got to this phase in the Let's Play, did we?
No.
That's interesting.
I'm showing things.
Yep. Oh, never mind. You're good. You're
Back
good.
to this.
You're good. He's dead. Oh no!
What the hell?
You have to do the Grand Slam on his forehead. And by that I mean bite it. Nice.
Hey, I did a
you
thing.
Did it.
Even if it took like a million tries.
You did it! We're ending after this, so it doesn't matter. But it's like, so yeah, he says, well, enjoy your shitty teacher reviews, and I'm like, fuck you, right? And then the professor was like, you had 2 weeks to do this lab. And I was like, oh! And that was the time that I knew that I liked this professor. Like he was like some sort of Eastern European ethnicity, because he had a very thick accent and I could barely hear him at lecture, but he was really good. He was a really good professor. Probably one of the best. College. Fucking college.
Yep. So I guess we're done talking about crap?
Yep, we're done talking about crap because we had nothing to talk about at the end.
Yeah.
And we completed all the stuff, including this thing that no one cares about.
Yeah. Meh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nyan?
Yeah.
Wow.